Drop.
Game 120.
Last player standing.
Backside. Close, please. Nice!
Hey, I'm Void, and I started playing Valorant a year ago with zero previous FPS experience on PC, and by the end of 2023, I'm going to hit Radiant. Starting in episode 4 Act 2, I placed in Silver 1, and I have consistently climbed each act, eventually hitting Immortal in episode 6 Act 3. I'll be live streaming my warm-up routine, my climb through Immortal, and reviews of my own games right here on YouTube. I hope to see your name in chat. Now let's get into this week's breakdown. Starting off in this first game, it is 2-0, and we are on a bonus round. Chamber is swinging out A main, so I'm holding a passive off angle for after he TPs out. I want to catch the enemy off guard, thinking that they cleared the space by pushing Chamber off the angle. There's aggressive util usage mid like Sovidart and Omen smokes, so I'm leaving Chamber posted A main and rotating to tree to hold for a cat hit. Chamber gets no contact and is pushed through A main, so now I'm scaling up cat to pinch mid with him. It's gotta be a B hit. With A main and mid control taken, I know that it has to be a B hit. I decided to double up with Brim and look for an aggressive pick after Brim breaks the orb market. Seeing nothing, I push into CT to clear that space and execute a retake with my team. Brim pushes out a market before I can get positioned, so I pick up my pace to trade the jet.
One enemy remaining.
He's on site.
Now left in 2v1 with Chamber, I blind sight to intimidate Sova off the plant and push stairs as Chamber pushes lane to pinch sight with him. Do you want me to play more passive on A main, Chamber? I start this round by asking Chamber if he wants me to play passive on A main. With Chamber upping on cat, I don't want to die going for an early pick and leave him exposed to an A split. An operator can be an immense threat to the enemy team, and one of the ways you can deal with one is by attacking weaker parts of the map. I don't want to be that weakness, so I decide to play passive angle and make sure that I have control of A main. Chamber gets pushed off of cat, and Phoenix dies overextending into B main, causing us to lose both B main and mid control. What happened to Phoenix was exactly what I was trying to avoid, and knowing that B is weak, the enemy team scales up mid into market to B split.
CT. Nice.
Chamber leaves the hold market from CT, so I decide to tuck into this corner to hold A main entry. My team comes out on top of the trades, putting us in a 3v2 and spike down market. Knowing that the last two enemies are probably playing together market to retake spike, I decide to push mid to isolate the space that they have control of. Jet is spot a market while Cypher kills Chamber and pops his ult. I need to speed up and look for pick on that info before Cypher ult pings me, but I barely miss the timing on the Jet. KJ is still on B with their setup, so I opt to run back A to contest both sites. I quickly check to see if they're out heaven so I can keep track of the timing if they walk out heaven behind me. Jet gives me a free spike, and KJ dies to Cypher, and with 10 seconds left in the round, I tuck in a corner to win.
Player standing.
Just survive.
I don't think he has time.
10 seconds left.
Flash him.
This round starts with Phoenix ready to ult out A main. I should be playing close to play with the aggression after his ult ends like I did with Chamber, but I wasn't focused. Jet updrafts A main, so I'm looking high in case she pops ult and looks for a pick over the wall. I then hear Sovidart coming and plan to break it when it lands Gen, when it lands heaven instead, and a scan goes off. I expose myself to A main trying to avoid it, and I'm caught off guard by Jet dashing up, however she doesn't have her gun fully out and I get the kill on her. I absolutely got lucky here, this mistake should have gotten me killed. Phoenix runs out A main and guns down Omen, so I look to help him out of wine by blinding for him. Now it's a 2v5, and with Brim looking out mid, I don't mind playing aggressive for these last two kills. Jumping right into the action, the enemy team has taken A main, gotten a pick, and cancelled their hit. I decide to push out mid, which in hindsight is a really bad decision. Our B players have rotated and the entire map is out of our control, which means there could be lurk tiles or mid that I'm unaware of. Phoenix gets a pick A main, and I get a pick on this raise. I'm now noticing that we're up numbers and have no map control, so I dismiss towards tiles to further control B main and their rotate. I'm looking for more aggression towards their spawn, but I should be grouping with KJ to hold B together. Whenever possible, you should always look to play off your team either by asking for their util or trading them when they engage. I'm making a solo play right now that could have brought them back into the round had I died here. I do want to note that I should have been faster on the flank here. With around 20 seconds left in the round, there's no way that they're going to transition into a B hit, and I should have been faster getting behind them. Because I never grouped with my team earlier, I'm left in a 1v2, which I end up losing. However, I do want you to take note of how I try to isolate 1v1s with Jett and Sova.
Enemy remaining.
I know I dinged Sova earlier through generator, so I tried to bait him out by letting myself get pinged by his dart, but he never swings and I whiffed the clutch. This round could have easily been a win had I grouped up with my team earlier. This round I didn't have a whole lot of impact, but I do want to share two parts. Their Jett kills two of my teammates Cat with a Judge, and I noticed that I'm exposed to bottom mid, so I took myself back to isolate the fight with the Jett. The smoke fades and I get a clean headshot. Spike is down Cat and we need to reclaim it. KJ dies to Cypher doing just that. I know he's tree with the Judge, so I prioritize getting the Vandal and reloading before grabbing Spike. If Cypher does swing again, I want to have a better weapon. I get Spike and look to plant B to further avoid that Judge. I gotta pick B as we took B site and equalized the numbers in this round, but that's not what I want to look at. I threw my role in this 2v2 by solo swinging this Omen and dying. I should have looked to fight Cypher lane with Chamber or swung off Omen peeking Chamber to trade him. When you're in a clutch situation with even numbers like this, try to play off your teammates as much as possible. It doesn't make sense to throw away the potential you have in a round with a raw 50-50 gunfight. Take every advantage you can create. Thankfully Chamber was able to win us this round, but I threw. This is the final round of the game, and we're on an eco with hero rifles on Chamber and Killjoy. Sova is showing a pattern of darting B main and spraying with Odin, so I'm waiting for him to stop before walking up B main. Chamber dies dry peeking the opening Jett Cat, so I grab his rifle and dry peek it too. Normally I would never do this, but we're down numbers and are on eco, so I'm playing risky. After getting the kill on the Jett, my team groups up for a B hit, and I get a kill on the Sova by jiggling each angle until I find him. I position next to door market for post plant, and despite having perfect crosshair placement, I lose the fight to this Omen because I panic spray. I did tag him 147 though, my team is able to close out this round, winning the game. Thank you all for watching, this has been Void, and I'll see you next week with another match breakdown.